Using the steps outlined in the boat deck measurement video series, most of the panels in the cockpit area of this boat have been defined. An area that is not yet outlined, which we will focus on in this video, are these sloped surfaces on either side of the boat. To illustrate why sloped surfaces may need some special attention, we will draw a line along the edge of the slope here. You can see the sloped line in the 3D view here. This is what the line looks like in a top-down view. If we do a 2D export using the standard XY flatten option, the output will be exactly the same as the top-down view. All Z-axis depth will be removed. However, since the line is sloped, flattening it to match the top-down view means it will be slightly shorter than the full 3D line. The vertical portion of the length is lost. This can be seen in the 2D flatten report, which shows the line is 11.9 millimeters, about half an inch shorter than the 3D version. The shortening is due to the angle of the surface. This shortening might cause an issue with a CNC cut deck panel, as it would not match the real deck panel. It would be too small. One way to resolve this would be to do a full 3D export and do the CAD work in 3D. Another solution is to use the export setting for surface plane flattening. We have outlined the two sloped panels. The color and layer per surface settings make it easy to identify which surface the outlines are associated with. Using the surface flatten option, each surface will be treated as its own 2D area. This means the 2D lengths will match the 3D ones. With the sloped area, this means the panels will be larger than the top-down view shows. Since the panel is larger, it means the gap and spacing between other panels will be slightly different from the top-down XY flattened output. This shows the surface flattened project imported in CAD. If we import and overlay an XY flattened project, you can see how the sloped panels are slightly different positions and sizes. If needed, you can adjust the spacing of the surface flattened panels by moving them around in CAD. If needed, you can export a mix of XY flattened and surface flattened. Add the two sloped outlines to their own layer. Export the flat sections using XY flattening. The new sloped layer will not be exported. Then export only the sloped regions, flattened per surface. Only the two sloped panels will be included in this export. Load the XY flattened portion into CAD. And then import the surface flattened sloped areas. Conclusion: sloped panels may not export at the correct size when using XY export method. To correct this, use the export option to flatten per surface. These per surface flattened panels may shift in the CAD export, but they will be the correct size.